Welcome to Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia for the 96th annual Midsummer Classic. From your Philadelphia Phillies, first baseman Bryce Harper. From the Angels, from Millville, center fielder Mike Trout. From the Kansas City Royals, the shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. The designated hitter Kyle Schwarber. Keep the cheers coming for the two-hitter from the New York Mets. In left field, it's Juan Soto. In right field, Brandon Marsh. The starting pitcher for the National League, Christopher Sanchez. Enough of us talking, though. Let's leave it up to the Stars themselves to take it to first pitch. We're taking a look at Christopher Sanchez.
Well, he does a great job. This is not a pitcher's ballpark, by the way. He's made it look that way. He's got a tremendous changeup. He gets the ball off the barrel of the bat more times than not.
The Trout first decade in the major leagues, unrivaled in this generation, but so cool seeing him healthy again and having a resurgent year. It's a strikeout on that changeup that has helped Christopher Sanchez become the stud that he is.
Yeah, that's the pitch. I mean, the hitters just don't understand. The arm action's the same, and they think it's going to be a sinker, and then all of a sudden the arm speed, the change of speeds, and the swing and miss. This guy right here, I think, is the best hitter in baseball.
Got a chance to win a triple crown. Smokes one up the middle, and he's got a base hit. First base runner of the game is Yordan Alvarez.
Barrel it at 100, but finds the middle of the field.
He's aboard. Shea Langeliers is coming up and issues a 4-pitch walk right here. This guy up here, Junior Caminero, I mean, what he did last year as a 22-year-old was awesome, but he's even better this year. Bouncing ball. Sanchez waits on this Baltimore chop to come down. Wide throw. Freeman sticks his foot back to the bag to get him. Freddie Freeman helping out Christopher Sanchez to get him out number 2.
Tough play for a tall left-hander, but the tall first baseman gets his foot back. And this is a big at-bat because, you know, when you pitch in an all-star game, yet alone at home, you want to put up a zero really badly, and he's facing a great hitter in Bobby Witt Jr.
And he goes from 0-2 to walking Witt, and the American League has loaded the bases here in the first. Bellinger with a golden chance here early on for the AL. Up the middle, and the American League cashes in. Alvarez in to score. Langeliers right behind him. 2-run single, Cody Bellinger. And the American League gets to Sanchez here in the first. Well, we've been hearing about Ben Rice the last few years, even when he was a no-name. Aaron Boone and everybody you talked to around the Yankees saying, wait until you see this kid. He hits it as hard as anybody. Hits it hard here, and that's through. The Yankees have knocked in 3 in this first inning. Witt is in to score. Bellinger and Rice with RBI hits. 3-0. Dylan Cease. First season in Toronto, 2.56 ERA, is third in the American League. He leads the league in strikeouts. Dylan, how you feeling?
Good, really good.
What's
up? How we doing?
He's got a crowd who very much is cheering for the guys stepping into the box and Kyle Schwarber to lead off this inning.
Let's give him a slider.
There you go. Finished him off. Back-to-back sliders to get Schwarber right there.
Another tough lefty at the plate right here.
Let's do it. Let's go curveball. We go changeup. Let's go fastball down our way.
Good start, Dylan.
Thank you.
Juan's got a look on his face like, man, that's nasty. Man, oh man, welcome to your first All-Star game. Schwarber, Soto, Freeman. Popped out of his hand. First base runner for the National League as Freeman earns the walk. Here's C.J. Abrams. Got to go for the kill. Strike out the side. Hey, how about a 3-strikeout first inning, Dylan Cease? Dylan, Shea, we appreciate you guys. To the bottom of the second we go. Parker Messick is on to pitch for the AL. Kind of a funky lefty right here who has been awesome since coming up late last season. 3-2 on Brandon Marsh. Messick looking for a 1-2-3 inning, and he's got it to the outside corner for strike 3. Langeliers flies this ball to right center field. Pages won't get there, and Langeliers has been on both times. A walk and now a single. You know, O'Brien was a guy who he pitched in 1 game for the Cincinnati Reds back in 2021. The next year, 1 game for the Mariners. But man, oh man, has he made a big jump this year. Oh boy, this one gets away and hits Caminero. Everybody's worst nightmare in an exhibition. Tampa Bay Rays superstar, and everybody holds their breath after this. Caminero jogs back into the dugout. Caminero leaves. He's replaced by first-time All-Star Miguel Vargas. First to have reached for the AL. And here's Bobby Witt Jr. Walked and scored in the first. Chopped down to third. Backhand Muncy steps on the bag. Running throw is not in time, and Witt uses that speed to leg out a fielder's choice. 2 on for Bellinger. Golfs it down the left field line. Soto's over there. How about Bellinger flying to Soto? Rice with a vicious swing and a miss. That changeup falls off of the table, and O'Brien's able to pitch around the traffic and put up a 0. This is Michael Wacha, who's at his second All-Star game, but his first one in 11 years. We've got his shortstop mic'd up. Hello, Bobby Witt Jr.
Hello, guys. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're going to leave the scouting report to you. What should we know about Michael Wacha?
Elite stuff. Verti heater. Good changeup. Really good changeup. That's a huge piece. There's that changeup right there. Been mixing in more of a little cutters, sliders, curveballs, a little bit of everything. Just a veteran pitcher. Unbelievable dude.
Bobby, thank you too, man. One of Philly's zone, Jesus Luzardo in to pitch. And he's got a new catcher as well. William Contreras of the Brewers has taken over at catcher. And Luzardo really earned this first All-Star trip with the way he finished the first half. Struggled early on, but he finished off, John, the first half by striking out 11 Reds in his last start. He had a 1.40 ERA the last month.
Got so many different ways to get you out.
And so here in the top of the 4th inning, already a third at-bat from Mike Trout, who's 0 for 2. So he answered one question, can he get back to the All-Star game? Now the next question that he's getting seemingly every day at this point is, will you consider waiving your no-trade clause? Chops this one left side, and he's going to keep us from talking any more about that. Lightning quick inning for Jesus Luzardo. Joe Ryan on to pitch. Soto goes up the middle, past a diving Witt into center field, and a leadoff hit for Juan Soto. Leadoff man aboard, and Freddie Freeman is up. 1-2 from Ryan. He swings and misses, and Ryan gets him with the curve. 7 strikeouts for the American League pitching staff, over 3 1/3. Abrams down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Joe Ryan. Sky high, shallow center field. Witt goes back. All right, 3-0 ball game. Other side of this break, we got a special celebration here in Philadelphia.
Summer after summer, generation after generation. Things change, but baseball is always with us. That's not nostalgia. That's permanence.
America's 250th birthday here in Philadelphia. Waves and misses, and Foster Griffin comes in here and strikes out Yandy Diaz. 30-year-old rookie. Yeah. Got to the major leagues. His elbow blew out in his very first game, and so he was away for a couple years. He comes back, pitches a couple more games, gets released. Disappears pretty much. He goes to Japan, spends 3 years over there, signs a 1-year contract with the Nationals, and as a 30-year-old rookie, he's 10-2. Vargas scorches this ball to center field, and his old buddy from the Dodgers and from Cuba, and Andy Pages, runs it down and takes away extra bases. Foster Griffin, unlikely all-star, but a 1-2-3 top of the 5th, and we're halfway home in the Midsummer Classic. We talk about the Tampa Bay Rays having the best record in the American League. Got 3 all-star pitchers, including Nick Martinez. Albies on the ground to first. Wilson Contreras with the first out of the 5th. Brandon Marsh, who struck out his first time tonight. Chases right here. 2 gone in the 5th, and this American League pitching staff is dominating. That is 9 strikeouts and 15 at-bats for the NL tonight. Pages grounds one towards the middle. Backhand stab by Clement. Heaves a throw and gets him. How about the irony, though? This time it's Clement robbing Pages.
Yeah, I had to get him back for what he did to us in the World Series there. It's all love. I have a lot of admiration for the way he plays the game. Pages just seems like such a good dude, and he made one of the best plays in postseason history and World Series history, given the circumstances, and just getting him back a little bit.
Tonight we deliver a powerful message as we join our partners, Stand Up to Cancer and MasterCard and Fox, in reaffirming our commitment to the fight against cancer. Major League Baseball, together with our fans, players, coaches, and umpires, are united in our determination to defeat this disease. Raisel Iglesias on to pitch his first All-Star game here in his 12th season. And a good hand right here for Kevin McGonigal, the 21-year-old rookie of the Detroit Tigers. And the reason for the good hand, he's from not too far from here, just west of Philadelphia in Delaware County. Scrapes this one off of the deck. back, rolls it to a rise at second for the first out of the 6th. Cody Bellinger has as good a case as anybody so far for MVP with his 2-run single in the first inning. Flies this ball to left center field. Carroll's on the run. He's got it on the track. Corbin Carroll, as fast as anybody in the league, made that look easy. Wilson Contreras, who doesn't make many friends when he goes on the road, he doesn't mind one bit. Smacks it through the vacated right side for a 2-out hit. Getting kept alive for Randy Arozarena, having himself a nice season in Seattle. 1-2 from Iglesias to Arozarena. He reaches out and grounds it to short. Lopez to a rise, and this 96th All-Star game to the bottom of the 6th. Smith #1 in the American League, 28 saves this year. Last few years quietly, but one of the more valuable relievers in baseball. And a first place tie with the surprise Chicago White Sox. Fly to right field, Tristan Peters. Bryce Harper's coming up. Hello, Bryce.
What's up, y'all?
We'll let you enjoy your ovation here.
This guy's disgusting, so let's see what happens, boys.
Here's your challenge. Here's your challenge.
That's a strike.
No.
Yeah, it's disgusting, guys. Sorry about that.
That's unfair. Well, you know it's extra filthy when you got an entire pitching staff on this American League side that's been dominating, and then this looks even a little bit different from that. And what a career he's putting together. And a Dodger roster loaded with future Hall of Famers, loaded with household names. How about Justin Robleski breaking through? He tries to lay off, but he goes around, and Robleski strikes him out. It's part of the Red Sox rise with Rafaela's done. Robleski back-to-back Ks, and this is not what he's known for. He's more known for balls in play, very efficient. Pretty good way to spend his 26th birthday. Diaz with 2 out. He strikes out the side. Justin Robleski, happy birthday. And your first trip to the All-Star game. We're joined by both managers of these clubs. John Schneider, the American League side of the Blue Jays. Dave Roberts, National League skipper, manager of the Dodgers. Say, last time you guys went head-to-head, it was a little more stressful. This is a little more chill of a day here, isn't it?
This is much better. I can give Schneider a big old hug, and he gifted me a watch, and and no stress, and so this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a little easier than 7 games and a couple extra inning games. Hardest part's just getting everyone in over here with Shelty and DeMarlo, but yeah, this is way better.
Help us out. We were just talking during break. We don't know who the MVP of this game is. Got any picks?
Man, I tried to give Belly another AB there after the 2-run single, but it's been kind of quiet since then. Pete Walker's doing a hell of a job lining his pitching up.
Get the MVP to Pete Walker.
It's cool to see that, you know, when you get a lot of first-year guys here, and then you get a guy like Verlander or Buck over here, and you hear them talk, and they're talking strategy too. You don't know how much of it is like a chess game when they're seeing each other later in the year, what they're throwing them and stuff like that. But I got to work right now. I got to make a pitching change.
We got a base runner.
I'll come back after the pitching change if you want, you know. But I got to actually go to work. Pete's getting everybody in right now, so I'll be right back.
Nothing like this guy, but more hitters.
Yeah. Oh my.
There's a punch.
Wow, I think you just spoke that into existence, Doc.
The pitching that good tonight. Even Luis Arraez swinging in. First-time All-Star Miguel Vargas. Absolutely destroyed by Miguel Vargas into the second deck. Vargas, a first-time All-Star. One of the biggest surprises on the biggest surprise in the sport. And the Chicago White Sox tees off and makes it 4-0.
Well, there's your first extra base hit. Slider. He gets the head out, and it's a no-doubter.
First run since the first inning of this ball game. And the local guy, Kevin McGonigal. Tristan Peters comes up. Catches the outside corner.
Challenge.
Off the inning.
That looked like it might have been up a little bit.
Let's see. Well, so much for him getting overused in the postseason. It seemed like Varland pitched in every single game for the Blue Jays last year. But how about this follow-up campaign? A 1.10 ERA. Strike 3 called on Wood. Pete Crow Armstrong. Into center field for a base hit.
He got so hot. The Cubs stay relevant.
Out number 2. So now to the top of the order, and here's Juan Herrera. Late addition to the All-Star team, designated hitter and catcher for the Cardinals. The third, Vargas circles around it, throws to second in time. Tanner does a scoreless inning for this American League staff. And if you think the pitching's been nasty so far, you're in for something else right here. And Mason Miller might be the nastiest of the bunch. And it goes to 1-2 on Murakami, who would be remiss not to talk about the impact he's made on the White Sox for their turnaround season. 3 straight 100-loss years, but he has breathed life into them. Down on strikes right here. Just that one hitter for Mason Miller. Back into the bullpen goes Dave Roberts. From one monster to another out of that National League bullpen, this is Joan Duran.
Yeah, he is such a dominant closer.
Rosarena finds a hole, base hit to center.
I mean, their offense is their offense, but boy, when you got a guy like this to lock it down at the end of the game, what a pleasure.
Zana bounces this one right side. Arise has it. A 12 second, and that's all they'll get. And speaking of tough closers, Aroldis Chapman getting ready to try and lock this thing down for the AL. Kind of the first monster, to use that word again, of this generation. Here's Rafaela poking one to second. Arise to first to finish off the American League in the top of the 9th. See if the National League can make some magic against a legend in Chapman. 4-0 American League lead to the bottom of the 9th inning of this All-Star game in Philadelphia. Here is the aforementioned Aroldis Chapman, who's still doing it. At the age of 37, Walker was a top prospect for the Cardinals, made it to the major leagues and scuffled. This season he has one of the top hitters in the league. On this 2-2 from Chapman, he swings through it, one gone in the 9th. All the All-Stars made to look like that tonight at one point or another by this American League pitching staff. Can we just give the whole pitching staff the MVP?
Really should.
Looks like one more change here. John Schneider come out and take the ball from Aroldis Chapman, and Brian Baker is going to get a chance to pitch in his first All-Star game. Lopez smacks one to right field and a base hit. And that is a likely source to provide a rare hit for the National League. The league leader in hits. NL down to its last strike. 0-2 on Stewart. And a big bouncer. And wait for it to come down. And the American League has pitched the first shutout in the All-Star game in 13 years. You're looking at your MVP perhaps right there, and Cody Bellinger knocked in 2 in the first inning.
Cody, congratulations on the 2026 All-Star Game MVP. Did you think that first at-bat would stand up for the MVP award?
Not in the moment. As the game went on, I mean, like I just said, the pitching was just absolutely dominant. And they said keep your jersey on just in case. So I was just watching the game.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.